tryna ruin your fun. You're just a little bit late, I guess you're already done. It's this feeling I can't shake, cause I'm too dumb. I'm never doing the right thing, so I'm so stuck. If you see me in America, I might say hi. But if you meet me out in Europe, I'ma talk real nice. Maybe we'll talk over scones around lunch sometime. And I've never been a friend, so it might be nice. But I can't take this paparazzi cheese. It's like the camera's always out and always staring at me. And if I say the wrong thing, like I want to talk to him, always whipping out their pitchforks when you try to speak. This day I'm walking the road, kicking rocks, it's my fault. My life's the worst story told. I'll be this way till I'm gone. I rip a page out the book. I'm just so misunderstood. I always think about her. And when my life felt good, I smoke a cig on the porch. It doesn't help me at all. I wonder what's it all for. Is this the girl I adore? And I know I can't afford watching her walk out the door. So I keep it to myself and keep my feet on the floor.
Day 66, I'm Cole. This is my journey of becoming a pro soccer player, building a bootstrap business, and becoming a better version of myself. Today, I did my juggling, I edited a video, and then also struggled to work on my calendar app. Here's what I learned today. The first thing that I kind of realized while I was editing my video today is that I'm really unsure when I'm talking during these videos. I'll watch it back and I feel that I don't have conviction in what I'm saying. I feel like that's a problem because it hurts the package of the message that I'm trying to say. I talked yesterday about how important the package of which a message is delivered is to the actual message itself. So I have to get better at being more confident in what I'm saying, really believing it's true. I'm not gonna have all my beliefs set in stone, but I have to do a better job being a little bit more sure in what I'm saying and what I'm trying to teach for y'all, so that the videos can sound a lot better and it's going to be more interesting to you. Next, something I did struggle with today was kind of going back into one of my old habits. I was getting back into coding today, but I was really struggling. At first, I was doing really well. I was working on fixing the edit and create modules for the calendar portion of the app. When you would edit an event or add an event to the calendar, little pop-ups come and they are supposed to be allow the user to edit the actual events. But Augment Code just was not working. I was telling it to change something and it would just not change it. And I'm not sure if Augment Code itself just isn't that good or the request I was doing. Honestly, I just think it was Augment Code. So I think I might just be going back to Cursor. I want to use what's the best around. And if that costs me a little bit more per month, I think it's worth it for me to take the expense and use the better tool. No matter what tool I do use though, I did have a problem with focusing in the time that the agent weren't running and I wasn't able to kind of interact with the website because changes were being made, or I couldn't type out a new response because the mistakes that the agent is inevitably going to make haven't been made yet. So at first I was doing a good job. I was reading the AI Agent Handbook, which is a handbook sent out by Google, which is about kind of the different use cases that how you could use AI based on experts that Google reached out to, and then they made a kind of textbook out of it. It's about 75 pages, not very long to get through, a lot of visuals so that it's easy on the eyes and not a lot of text. But they got different people in high ranking positions, either in VC firms or in AI companies, talking about what they think 2025 is going to be like in terms of AI and agents. I am a little bit worried in my calendar app that it is just going to be another version of what's already out there. So I have to really make sure I create something that is new and not just another calendar app that's gonna not really change the world. Moving on, after that, I did kind of fall into, you'll see it in my scorecard on the left side, the calendar. I have a lot of YouTube and I have those distraction times in, I think grape is the color on Google Calendar. I have to get better at that. I don't want to be spending that time on YouTube, on Instagram. I felt like today while I was watching YouTube, I was just losing my life. I didn't have the insights that I usually have in a day when I am focused or I didn't really feel like I was in the work. And that's a problem for me. I'm not sure if there's a better way to do it in terms of just kind of sitting there and waiting for the agent to finish, but sometimes the agent can take minutes and I'm just sitting there doing nothing. So I think having something productive like the AI agent handbook is good. I just have to do a better job of not allowing myself to go on YouTube and watch random videos that aren't helpful to me. However, I do think that my ability to recover today was a lot better than what it has been in the past. Sometimes I'll get stuck into YouTube and then I won't be able to recover for the rest of the day. And then usually I'll stay up. But even though it wasn't great today, I still managed to stop, and I'm recording this video right now. I can still go to bed at a reasonable time. I think it's about 9:50. I can go to bed in 25 minutes and still get the amount of sleep that I need. So even though it's not going to be perfect and me being disciplined every single time, my ability to recover when I do fail is extremely important. I think it kind of ties into what I'm trying to do with grit in soccer. I have to take that and apply it to when I fail in paying attention to doing the work that I have to do. So still learning as a person, still failing as a person, but I'm going to continue to try to do better and continue to try to recover as fast as I can when I do mess up. The last thing I do have to talk about, I touched on it a little bit, but don't let your life be consuming content on social media. I felt that when I was watching these videos, they weren't productive at all. They were literally just mind-numbing videos for me to watch and kind of turn off my brain. I felt like I was legit, I don't know how to describe it other than I felt like I was losing my life. I was losing precious time that I have in my life to think and grow as a person, watching these videos about that provide no value to my life. And I don't want to live like that. I feel really fulfilled when I am doing work, when I am disciplined, when I'm having like thoughts of like how I can be better, what I can do to make the human experience more enjoyable for me. And when I'm doing something that's kind of mind numbing, it makes me feel terrible. I should take this experience and not let it go, and then also continue to work on my ability to recover from past mistakes so that I remember this time when I wasn't perfectly disciplined on my path, but I still did what I had to do mostly. And then next time I'm not going to allow myself to fall into the same thing because I know where this leads to. This kind of reminds me to when I mainly stopped drinking. I was going out a lot. It was the summer after my freshman year of college. We would go out to the bar and then I would drink, and I would never have a good time, but having a good time was far and few between. But I would drink and then I would feel extremely lonely after I drank, and drinking just amplified those emotions so that I felt terrible like almost every single time after, and I just wasn't having fun. And now after that summer, I think I started to drink maybe once or twice a semester in terms of college, and then I am now doing a completely sober year. So far, I'm already halfway through and I'm planning to finish the entire year. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to drink again. Probably will. It's not something I need to do. I didn't feel great about it when I was doing it, and I think that's what really allowed me to quit. And I hope that the experience that I had with going out, I hope that now with YouTube, I have the same kind of path of where I just start to not enjoy it and I feel like I'm legit losing my life. I'm not sure if this is just what it takes in order for me to really quit, but I think this was the first time I've really felt that I am not the same person when I am disciplined. I have thoughts that I think are valuable for people to have, but I was thinking today like, oh my God, like what do I even have to think about? I feel like I didn't really do anything. And that's mainly because when I had those times of really trying to push, besides from juggling, but when I was coding and having to sit through those difficult periods, instead of sticking through it and then those realizations coming to me, I went on YouTube and kind of distracted myself so that those like ideas that I think help me become a better version of myself and then help y'all also become better versions of yourselves didn't come. I don't want to waste my life anymore. I don't want to feel that, I don't know even how to describe it really, but I felt like I lost life force. Like it was sucked out of me and then given to YouTube. And This is the first time this has kind of happened to me, but I don't want it to happen again. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you got some value out of it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Day 66 complete. Here's my scorecard for today. As I talked about a little bit on the left, you can see I did watch YouTube and Instagram for more than I wanted to that day. I wasn't really that focused when I was doing my Amplify, so that's something I definitely have to work on. Then moving on to the soccer drills, a vast improvement, especially in the flick over chair. You can see over 100 less attempts. And I'm hoping the next day is going to continue to get lower and lower and lower, and eventually it will be more to a normal number. I'm glad that I got better, but there's still a lot more work to go. Business, talked about it a little bit, really struggled to get anything through, but I'm going to try to become better, and then hopefully in the future that will be like actual things that I'll have done.